Here's the reality, you guys. Women have and always will respect men with masculine traits, alpha traits, men who can set firm boundaries, men who are protective, men who exude confidence, a real confidence. And if you're giving attention to women who make a living leeching off men, weak men, who give them attention or pay them for sexual advances, OnlyFans, strippers, sugar babies, any type of sex workers in general, they can never respect you. These women, their ideal target market, their customers, are incredibly low self-esteem, weak men. And even if you're not a customer, if you're the boyfriend, but you accept that she uses her body as a transaction, even if there's no sex involved, a part of her fundamentally can never see you as a powerful, confident, masculine guy. Physiologically, intrinsically, how can she feel safe and protected by a man who lets other men use her transactionally? It's the furthest thing from a healthy, masculine, feminine harmony. Because if a man is truly protective, he wouldn't be with a woman like that. If he was a man that genuinely has masculine, high-value traits, and therefore the exact type of men that these women truly respect and desire are the exact men that will never be with them. Because that type of guy would never allow that boundary to be crossed. And if you take a look around, you don't see mentally healthy, strong, masculine dudes dating or marrying these women. You see it from men who lack self-respect and have some deep trauma bonds or issues somewhere. Because deep down, you know as a man that any woman willing to give herself to you transactionally, you can't respect and she cannot respect you. And love can't exist or survive without respect. And you'll often see these type of women, sex worker type of women, they unconsciously respect and fall in love more with the bouncer, the pimp, or the broke personal trainer, rather than the CEO who simps over them and buys her the bags, buys her the Range Rover, pays her rent. And that's for a very specific reason. She doesn't respect the guy who's giving her all those things because she knows deep down that there's something wrong with that. And this whole slut shaming, fat shaming thing is dangerous for the future society. We need guilt, we need shame, we need regret within a healthy society to help direct us into making healthy, responsible, human behavioral decisions. Otherwise, if we don't have a society that has guilt, has shame or regret, without holding people accountable to those unhealthy and flawed behavior, being highly acute and aware of those emotions, that's how we developed healthy-minded people. That's why our kids growing up in this current state, this current society with all this stuff is really scary for the future. If we try and remove shame from society and people call it judgmental slut shaming, unfair fat shaming, we're essentially validating poor decision making. We're just finding a way to normalize what is abnormal behavior. And when we do that, society becomes toxic and people become reckless. Humans need guilt. We need shame and regret from the tribe to help us direct healthy decision making. And I think all of this is a big part of why the lines are getting blurred between healthy masculinity and femininity. And that's why we have more social problems and more people are lonely, more people are depressed. We're lacking that synchronized harmony or balance. Men today are not the same as men 50 years ago, and women today are taking on more of a masculine role, more a masculine energy than ever before in human history. And while confused feminists will call it empowerment, I'll call it something different. I'll call it sad.